bear with me, anyone that joins. Just logging into YouTube. So this is a live stream. If you click on the live chat button, you'll be able to understand what we're talking about. And this channel is intended for adults only. Right. Turn my volumes down. And I think that's alright. Hey Debbie. I'm just fixing all my settings. Have you filmed that video yet? Have you had a chance? Just took my pencils out to get a nice thumbnail. Hey Cheryl, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Hey Tammy. Bear with. I'm working on the Coloriage. I think it's 3, this one, tonight. I'm not 100% convinced. I thought it would be better to actually go with more of a watercolour book after the disaster what happened with the Mariola Boudet one. And I'm going to start off on the skin as usual. So I'm just going to wet the paint. I'm going to wet the colours that I have a good idea that I'm going to use. I mean, I'm not going to use the blacks or anything. What have you been doing, Cheryl? What have you been working on? Let me know when it's up, Debbie. Send me a message just in case it doesn't pop up on YouTube, because sometimes it doesn't. It just plays funny beggars and doesn't pop up. So yeah, just let me know. Just message me on Facebook. Hiya Mia. Hiya Kirsta. I think I've spent about 15 minutes trying to get the camera set up tonight. It wasn't having any of it. Picture of my hair. Imagimorphia. I was working in that. It was the Anamorphia I was working in. Yeah, I believe Debbie got, I think you got one free, didn't you, Debbie? With your order, which was really nice of her. I was planning on coming on at 7:30, but Isabel wasn't even in bed by then. So it's need most whenever I manage to get on. So an update as well about the Mariola Boudet book. I did email her and she was really nice. She did offer to send me the PDFs of the images, but I sort of said that with the price of the book already, I didn't really want to have to go out and buy more paper and use a lot of ink. She's took it off Etsy at the moment, that book, until she's decided what she's going to do, because she needs to test other watercolour paper or any other type of paper and the ink as well. So she just said that she'll get back to me. So at the moment that book has been took off Etsy. I don't know when it'll be back up. You thinking about ordering more, Mia? I was literally talking to Debbie about that earlier on, about the ocean set. I need to watch a couple of more reviews, I think, before I buy it. They're good, these ones, aren't they, Cheryl? They're only cheap as well. I think they were only about £1 on Amazon. And I think the other one I actually picked up from like the range. Yeah, she was really nice about it. I sent her the link to the stream so she could see it for herself, how it reacted. And I sent her pictures and whatnot. And yeah, she was really nice about it. I mean, what could she say? And she even said herself she should have put in the description it's not meant for watercolour, and she's just unfortunate she forgot to do that. It happens sometimes. She's only human as well. So I'm sort of just waiting now, waiting for a message back. But I'm just starting now. I'm not wasting any time tonight because I want to get this complete picture done on one stream. I wanted to use the embossing powders tonight, but I need to figure out my cords system. It's under the desk, so if I plugged in the heat gun, I'd be constantly taking the page out and putting it on the floor to heat the page. And obviously that's not ideal, so I need to just think of another solution. That's leaking a bit patchy there, so as you guys might know, when I'm using watercolour, I can't take my eyes off it. So until I've done this area, I'll have a look up at chat in a second. I was going through, I've got 3 of these boots, I was going through them to pick a picture out. I didn't realise that I was missing the first one. Right, just let that dry now. Right, let me just scroll up. I tell you, it's so much easier having a laptop to do this opposed to using my phone. It's so much easier right at the side. I mean, I can just scroll up and down. The works, that's where I got my second copy of Imagimorphia, and I think it was only £5. Yeah, I'll look out for that video then, Deborah. AK Rose, hi. Welcome, I've not seen you before. Welcome to the stream. Kirsty, they do take a little bit of practice. What brush was you using? Because I know you said that they didn't send you the brush. Did they email you back? It was a bit of a pain, to be honest, at Jackson over one Neo colour as well. I was like, you're really arguing with me over how much are they? £1.60, £1.40 over that one crayon when it was their fault. But anyway, sorted it in the end eventually. Debbie, the World Within Worlds, I pre-ordered that probably 2 weeks ago, and it was meant to come out on the 6th, I believe, which is Thursday, and then I got an email off Amazon saying that they're only releasing it on the 11th. So I have no idea what's going on with that one. Yeah, they sent me one out, Kirsta, after I'd sent, I don't even know how many pictures of the Ron Neo colour. It was the right colour, but it was Neo colour 1 that they sent me. And obviously that doesn't work the same. It's not water soluble, so it was useless to me. But yeah, they sorted it in the end anyway. I'm gonna add a little bit of pink to this bit, actually. A little bit of pink on the cheeks. Is this light too bright? I got a new light today. I'm just trying to see, obviously that's off, completely off. That's it at its brightest, and then that's medium. What do we think? I'm just trying to figure out which one's the best. We have it on medium. You might be better off ordering from Boot Depository, Mia. I think that light's a little bit better. That other one might have been too bright. I can't win. It's either too dim or it's too bright. I did get a new boot today, actually. can't remember what it's called now. Let me just get it and show you. I don't know if I'm going to show it in a haul. I don't know. It's called Mythographic by, who's the artist? Joseph Kattenman Bang, I think. So that's it. And it's very, very similar to Kirby's work. Very intricate. The pages are perforated. The paper's really thick in it as well. I've not tested it yet. But if you're after a new book and you like Kirby's work, you might like this. And I think there's 3 available at the minute. I think he's got a new one coming out in March, I want to say. You've got the animal one, Mia. I sort of stayed away from that one, only because that really, really did remind me of Kirby's work, where that one was slightly different. Let me see here. How's that light now, guys? Yeah, Lauren, is that March that it's coming out, yeah? I suppose you just need to practice with them, Debbie. I've noticed with any of the watercolours off Etsy, you can't do any sort of big areas with them, unfortunately. I'll sort of darken a little bit of this up. Oh, it's a different artist, but the same make of books. I didn't know that. All right, Tammy, you look away. See, you lot know more than me. I just want to make not a contour shape, but add a little bit of shadows. Again, I could just go in with the pencil on this bit, but and I think that's meant to be a weasel around the neck, so I'm gonna look for a picture reference this time. But I've got a good idea what colour green I want this one, and I've not got the right palette out for it. Right, I'm going to add a little bit actually in here. What does everybody use as well for the storage for the nail colours? Me and Kirsty was talking about it earlier on, and I've got an old like roll-up pencil case that I use, and it's not the best because it takes up basically 3/4 of my desk. So the only other thing I can really think of is an old mug or something like that, or you'd have to go out and buy a pencil case, but the holes might be too tight for it, I'm not sure. Yeah, the aquatic one, I'm umming and ahhing about that. I'm not buying it yet, I'm thinking about it. The crayon tray that you'd get like when you buy a pack of Crayolas, so she's kept the plastic bit out of that. Is that what you mean, Mia? God, that's a really good idea. Well, there you go. Yeah, Lauren, I'd bought the 30 set, and then obviously I've added more colours in since then, so they just don't fit in there anymore. I don't even think I've got that tray anymore. I think I got rid of it. Let's wipe off my brush and just blend this out a little bit. Right, let's leave that for a second. I could do with doing that then. Get the biggest set of crayons. I can keep them to one side for Isabel to use, and then I'll pinch the tray that it comes in and stick them in a little plastic bag or something. No worries, Cheryl. You enjoy your takeaway. I did want a really, really bright green colour, but I've already got this palette out, so I might go... It's a nice sage colour here, actually. There's a water droplet on this picture as well, and that's what I've first started doing with the glossy accents to make it look like water droplets. So I might do that actually on this page. Alright, let me test that. Let's water it down a little bit. What are you having, Cheryl? I know you said you were just going. Chinese, Indian, Italian. I'm using, which one's this one? This one that I'm using, the Pentel one. But look at the state of these ones, and these stain. These are the Arteza ones, and that's stained terribly. I can't get it any cleaner than that. I mean, there's glitter in it, so I'm stuck in that one. But quite a few of them have stained, to be honest. None of them have stayed the same colour. Chicken nuggets and chips, my daughter's favourite meal. Chicken nuggets from McDonald's. I see. Right, let's start these leaves. I'm going to go in with that sage colour. I've got my palette out there, and I wanted to go with more pastel. Did I show you this palette before? The vintage pastels. Yeah, I know it looks like there's one missing, but there's not. I've just moved it over. There's some really nice colours in this one. They're not as vibrant as the pastel, the other set that I've got, but they are really nice colours. And you know what I'm like, I'm such a sucker for these watercolour palettes. I might even try neo colours for the background. We'll see. I'm just going to go over the raindrops. I'll go over them again, probably with a bit of pencil. Are we agreeing that this is a weasel before I Google an image? No, Debbie, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, as long as it's clean. I've tried using soapy water and cleaning them, but there's nothing that I can do. So unless you want to go out and buy new brushes every single time they get stained, you sort of... it's one of them things. The Prima. The brand is Prima. Let me show you the front. So the brand is Prima, and they're all available on Amazon, but some of them you might have a little bit of a wait because 3/4 of them aren't available on Prime, so you have to wait for I think it's a third-party seller to actually they'll get sent to you in the normal post, not by Prime. I don't know. Is it a ferret or is it a weasel? I have no idea, but I'm going to have to Google a picture in a minute. Hi, Susan. Lovely to see you. Susan, is this a ferret or is it a weasel? Dana, is it a ferret or is it a weasel? So I need to Google a picture. See.
Ferret.
You think it's a ferret? That's what Kirsty said. I wasn't sure. So I'll Google a picture of a ferret then. I don't have to be as careful with these because they're quite grey-scaled. I mean, I'm still trying to be careful. I don't want to go out the lines, but still. I did a little bit more watercolouring in the actual book, the new Mariola Boudet book, and that is absolutely fine. No trouble there. The paper is very similar if you use the Anamorphia by Kirby. The paper's very similar to that, so you know, it's fine. With water, it was just the printouts. Again, I'm just trying to be quick. I'm not looking up at the camera just while I get this base colour down. Nearly there. Then I've got this drying, going with a darker layer. Might even go in with a slightly darker green. Right. You just googled it, a ferret. Oh, that's just popped up. A ferret has a longer or a shorter tail. Right, so we're just putting guesses out there then now out of what it is. These are a bit bigger. Well, this is meant to be a little girl as well, isn't it, Mrs. Rogers? So it has to be a smaller, whatever it is. Oh, I haven't seen that one, see? The botanical book. I haven't seen that one. Not sure if this other one's UK. But yeah, I will have a look. I will Google it, or I'll nip into my local supermarket and have a look, because they do sell Crayola there. I'm not surprised she had a panic attack. My mum's boyfriend breeds them, and I mean they're cute when they're little. I've seen them a handful of times, but he's told me that they can be right vicious little buggers. Not my sort of fun. I think one of them's bit my mum actually. Yeah, thank you, Mia. Right, I'm gonna Google images then of weasels and ferrets, and it's gonna be some sort of brain colour out anyway, isn't it? Weasel. Like that looks pretty similar to me. There's white ones, brown ones, cream ones. Why cute. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. We'll go with that first image. What do you think? I think that's gonna be the closest one. Right, we'll try that. Mix of brown colour. First gonna go in with a really light shade. It's terracotta. I don't have to mix any colours, it's already there. There is a really nice blue palette, but for some reason they've bumped up the price of that one. I think that one's £27. When the complexion one, I only paid £18 for that one. I don't know where they get the numbers from. Then who decides how much something's meant to be? You know, such a price difference anyway. I don't know. Back in. This little guy's being all brown. I might make him different shades of brown, but he's being brown. And the tail. I don't like that streaking on her face though. I'll find something though, Mia. I wouldn't worry, I'll find something. Even if I have to make something myself, you know, I'll figure something out. Like I said, that the rollout one, you've seen the pictures and videos of this desk, and it isn't a small desk, and it takes up 3/4 of it. I think that's one of the reasons that it just puts me off using them, which is terrible, I know. All I'm doing here is I'm wetting the areas again. I'm just pulling up some colour where it's streaking a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we haven't got that over here. But I know I can see what you mean. That is a good idea, isn't it? Yeah. I'll figure something out. You're all about the links, Mia. Thank you. Alright, Kirsty. Thanks for popping on, and good luck with the double page. Use your neo colours for your background. It'll be fun. Just use thin layers, and even if it doesn't turn out, you can go over with pencil or acrylic. You know, don't worry about it too much. I missed a bit of green there. And I'm thinking purple hair. Yeah. I'm not going to go in with the dark one. I'm going to go in with the light one. Start off light and add colours as we go. They're just really easy to colour, these. You went a tad dodgy. Did you use the nail colours? Is that what you were saying? You sort of have to have a patience of a saint as well to do them double page spreads, and that's why I'm glad I've got all them backgrounds out the way now. Then I can just I'll come back to it every now and again. I'll just do little bits here and there. Is there no way that you can put pencil over the top? Do you mean it's a little bit patchy? I think one of the backgrounds in that book, it was actually, all I used was them Pentel Hybrid Duo gel pens. It's a mouthful of a name. That was an easy background. Oh God, Deborah. Can't get any worse, can it? You wasn't feeling well the other day when I was on. Have you not felt any better since then? Well, you won't do if you smack yourself with a mop. If that happened to me, I wouldn't be telling any of my friends or family. I wouldn't have heard the last of it. I'm sure it's turned out alright, Kirsty. No, not all pictures are going to be perfect. Have you seen some of my very first ones? Terrible, but I'm glad that I've kept them. So what's everybody's the first image that you ever completed? Mine was from the answer. What's it called? Let me just look at my bookshelf. It weren't the Jade Summer because I didn't finish that picture. I think it was one from Magical Dawn. I think that was one of my very first ones, and it wasn't like a double page spread or anything fancy. I think it was just a bird. It was something like that. But the first double page spread, it was a Hannah Carlson book, and it was the one with the woman and the peacock feathers going through her. I like that purple. I know it's washing it out on camera. I think it's because the light is so... Yeah, if I cover it up like that, it's not too bad, right? I'm just trying to get the light. That's better. That's a little bit better anyway. Joanna Basford. Whimsical Halloween. They always are, though, aren't they, Lauren? Mia, you can't remember. Let's leak up as well, Mia. You only started at the end of October. Another Joanna Basford. See, I don't even think I honestly finished a page from any of her books. Not tell a lie, the ones that I've kept. Ivy the Inky Butterfly, but again, it's not my favourite. It's, you know, it's there, I'll colour in it eventually. Spilled a bit of water on there. Is that light alright? Just feel like it's washing it out a little bit. Oh, I've been really good. I've got 2 whips on the go, this not including, because this is going to get finished tonight. I've got that one that I'm doing for my friend, the Hannah Lynn one. I'm not filming any part of that because it is, like I said, it's for a friend. And then what's the other one? The one from Animal, yeah. But apart from that, I'm more or less up to date. Welcome back, Cheryl. We're talking about the first ever colouring book, your finished page. What was it, if you can remember? See, I don't think this is going to show up as dark as I want it to. Well, it's not too bad. I still plan on going over a pencil anywhere. Right, so is this part of the hair? Or is that's part of the leaf, isn't it? No, you know what? That's meant to be skin. That's the shadow of the leaf. There we go. Problem solved. It's going to darken these ones up. I'm going to add a little bit of brown because I'm not happy with that colour. Really water that down. There's nothing wrong with the band. There's a couple that I've abandoned that you know you're not going to ever finish. Do you do a lot of backgrounds in books, Deborah? Have you done a video of all your finished pages? I can't remember. If you have, then I've not seen it. Is that any good, Kirsta? I can't have the TV volume on. I get told off with the noise in the background. Or if any music comes on. So I'm just going to add a little bit of brown in some of these areas. My chair is being super creaky tonight. I built this, so that's probably why. Screws probably needed tightening, so if you hear a bang, you know what it is. Me falling off the chair. That brown and green don't look too bad together. I didn't want to get that other palette out to try and make it darker with a different green. So we'll just try this. A little bit underneath here. They're really nice, these boots, because they behave so well with any sort of water. I've used watercolour pens, I've used Inktense in these, you know, and they all work just fine. let's add a little bit from the inside going outwards. I'm not going to leave them like this. I'm going to go back in and blend them out. Just get the colour down. Right, this bit. They're pretty good, these water brushes as well. They do hold, you know, a lot of water. You don't have to constantly keep dipping into the water. You might do an every whip video. Well, how long will that be, Debbie? I mean, how long will the video be if you're saying you've got all these whips? I've got my books on a bookshelf and it's literally right at the side of me, so if I saw tags poking out of a lot of the books, it would annoy the life out of me. That's why I can't have too many going at once. If I had them, you know, put away in a cabinet, I don't think it'd bother me too much. But because I can see them sort of all day, every day, they're like shouting at me, finish me, finish me. Yeah, so I can't have loads going. I'm just going in with a clean brush here, dipping it into the water, rinsing it off, and then repeating it. Just blend the edges out. Just be careful how much water that you're actually putting down. As you can see, I started here, ended here, here, or here. So you just start where you've where it's the most driest. That's what I'm trying to say. So this side. Now I always talk about weather as well when I'm on this stream, but bloody hell, that weather this morning. I haven't seen anything like it with that wind and rain. Because I walked to nursery. It was just atrocious. I'm glad I got to come back home and get changed. You know, I would have hated to have to have been out all day in the same clothes. Hiya, Jade. How are you doing? We're doing watercolouring yet again. I think it's more of a shock if I came on here and said, oh no, I'm going to do just an all pencil picture. You think there was something wrong? I quite like that actually. So you've already done the lip tutorial. Yeah, and it shouldn't take you long to do the paints one, should it? Jade. That's my trick when I've got bleach on. Put a bag over your head and it heats your head up so it processes quicker. That's my trick. I was just worried that the light's washing the colours out a little bit. I know that I've picked more pastel shades tonight, but when I lift it up there you can see a little bit better. Oh, I totally understand what you mean there, Cheryl. I don't even think I've finished one. I've finished backgrounds in one, but I've not actually finished a full colouring book because you end up seeing something else new that you want, don't you? Then that's another one added to the collection that you're not going to finish. That's what I do all the time. But be careful if you're using it. I've used an Asda green bag before, and the green stuff, like the green plastic, has come off and stuck to my forehead, and I've not realised. So yeah, just be careful when you're using the supermarket bags. But you might be alright if you're using a bag for life. It might not be as crapper. I'm going to darken this purple oil up a little bit. My husband's joking to death. Alright. The drink gone down my way. Yeah, it's a little bit darker, this one. Yeah, that's what I mean. It was that the green bit of the Asda logo that came off and stuck to my forehead. So I mean, it could have been worse. It could have stuck to my hair, I suppose. That's a big mission, though, Cheryl. Maybe if you picked, like a postcard book. Would that be cheating? Would it be cheating? It wouldn't, would it? No, he's alright. He's drinking a drink. And he's gone down the wrong way. He's alright now. Right, let's darken her hair up a little bit. It's a shade that's soft lilac. It's gorgeous, that the vintage pastels. Again, I'm just going to add a little bit of the colour and drag it all over. And I think we will use the neon colours for the background. Right. Just let that sit for a second. Oh, it's going to take you a while to do the Imagine Morphia, though. They're big boots, aren't they? With the double page spreads, and there's quite a lot going on in each of the pictures. That is a big I don't know what the word, but a project. I wouldn't like to take that on. You're braver than me. Oh. Your friend's finishing. You said, was it Daydreams? Oh, it's just scrolled up now. Is that the one that Claire's finished from Colour with Claire? I think it is. It's definitely a Hannah Carlson book. Oh, is anybody pre-ordering the new one of hers? I can't figure out the website because it's not in English, but you can get there's a separate page to try and help you navigate the website, and I still can't figure it out. So I think I'm just going to be stuck waiting until it comes out in the UK on Amazon. I can't for the life of me understand how to do it. Right, I'm going to darken. Let me get my picture back up. Yeah, Kirsty, I've had both of the browsers up. So I've had the browser that is in English and it tells you what to do, and I've had the other one up that she's shared. And I can't figure out, I can't get my head around it. It sort of needs like a step-by-step. Right, so again, that's the picture I'm going for. I know he's really light, but I'm going in with layers and gradually making him darker. I love these watercolours. That one dried already, and as soon as you add the water back, it's like good as new again. Yeah, so I'm a bit disappointed because I think I must have spent about half an hour backwards and forwards flicking through the pages. You know what? It might be easier me trying to do it on the laptop, or maybe have my phone open and the laptop and the iPad and everything else that I've got digital, and that might make it work. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to figure that one out. I might ask Dan if it'll have a look for me. Oh, we got a letter back from school today. We sent them a letter that said that Bruce is having 10 days off for the holiday, and they've come back saying that they don't authorise it. So basically we're going to get charged now. So yeah, that's fun. If we do not authorise it, he's just going to have to take homework with him. He can sit there and do that on play while I play Pokemon or do my colouring. By no means am I any good at the fur, so I know my hand's in the way of the light. I don't want to keep turning the book. Right, so rinse the brush off, leave that for a second. Oh yeah, he's got good attendance. I think he's been off this year since going back to school once when he was properly poorly with a sore throat. But apart from that, you know, he's not been off it. He'll go even if he's got a cold, he goes to school because he don't want to stay at home. I think he thinks he's missing out on something that's going to happen at school. Your laptop came from Hong Kong. Did you get a new laptop, Mia? You said that you were getting a new one. I was under the impression, Kirsty, that you'd get fined either way. I mean, but I didn't properly look into it. Is it something like £60 per parent? So it'll be like 120 quid that we have to pay. But if it's to do with attendance, you know, yeah, we should be all right. Can you hear that dog? I hope the camera's picking that up. See that hot little pig? Let's wet the brush again. See, as you can see with these ones as well, I think I'm going to have to snip the end off. They started fraying a little bit. It's ridiculous. It's unfair. You know, the price difference. I mean, I'm not talking a couple of £100. You're talking thousands of pounds. No, I'm not paying it. So I'm just taking him out of school. It'll be the same for Isabel as well. When she starts school, if we want to take her away, we'll be taking her away. Yeah, it is really expensive, mate. I'm not going to say exactly how much our holiday cost, but between going when we're going and then going, let's say the summer holidays, you're talking an extra 2,000. That's the minimum. It's ridiculous, and how they can get away with it, I don't know. So, you know, I don't even care if they do give me that fine, because it's worth it, the difference. Rollo, will you shut up? But yeah, very expensive. I bought some new shoes as well for Disney. They're already giving me blisters. So I don't know what to do now. I don't know whether to take my old rubbish ones away with me that are quite comfortable, or just go in and buy these new ones. I was in agony over the weekend wearing them things. Oh, that's another thing I didn't know then. Fantastic. I mean, I know it's not fantastic in the circumstances, but it's good that I know that now. We're thinking about taking her away at the end of the year, but back to Cyprus. But the amount of things that we have to think about, it just seems a little bit too much stress. Like, what do they do with a chair, like a buggy? She has to go in a special, like, seat, inner seat on the plane because she can't sit up. And then when we're over there, we have to make sure that the taxi that's picking us up has got a car seat. And then we're going to have to probably either buy one when we're over there to put in at the rental car or rent one. And then when we're there, she's not got a seat to use while we're in the villa. And it's sort of like, would it just be easier to go on holiday over here? What would she be like on the beach? Because all she can do is lie down. I don't think you'd be able to take that sort of buggy on the beach. So I don't know. But I feel a bit mean not taking her away because it's not her fault, is it? Yeah, they probably understand that, won't they? Where's my weasel leaking? Not leaking too bad. Needs to be a bit darker here, I think. Just a little bit. The only reason that I say Cyprus Coast is because my father-in-law's got a house over there, so you know it's just ours. There's nobody else there. We can sort of do what we want. If we didn't have that, then we definitely probably wouldn't be thinking about going abroad. It's just really lucky that we have got that to use. And we've only used it once since she's been born, and that was hard work. Right. I think I still need to make it a little bit darker here. Yeah, it is really lucky under the circumstances, and it is a gorgeous place. It's just, you can't just pack your bags and sort of, right, we're going on holiday. There's so many things that you need to think about. I know it's not just that. I'd need to, Lewis couldn't come with us. Couldn't let him have more time off school. So we needed to go and stay with grandparents. Right. I hope you can see where I'm going with this little fella. Because I don't really want to have to draw in any fur because I'm absolutely useless at that. So I'm just trying to do all the shaded with the watercolour. Let's try a deeper brown now. See how that looks. There's two different ones here actually. Unite and Redwood. Let's add a little bit more water to that. Where's my tester page? That's not dark enough. Has anybody else got any plans? Holidays? Going away? Weekends? Anything like that? I do think I'm going to use Neo colours, and I think, let me look at my colour chart a minute. Purple, possibly like a greeny yellow colour. I'm just trying to look at the contrasting colours from purple. Possibly. I don't know yet. I don't know. I think this is going to be the darkest shade that I am going to go in with now. This is definitely more of a reddy brown. A little bit here. And at the end of the tail. Edinburgh's lovely. I've only been there once, I want to say. I'd seen the castle and it was really nice. It was super cold. I think we went probably in September, October time. And Scotland is lovely as well. That's where my dad got married. I couldn't tell you whereabouts in Scotland. I can't remember. My husband will know. But it is nice up there. Is it up there or down there? It's up there. You'll have a brilliant time though. Lots of things to see. I'm quite happy with this little guy. He's too cute. I didn't take notice what colour his eyes were actually. Let me just check. Well, exactly. That's the way that I think about most things, to be honest. And people say that I'm negative, but I'd rather think of the bad. You know, and then if something good happens, oh God, oh, his eyes are just black. So there's not really anything I can do there. That's highlight at the top. So I'm just going to leave that as is, I think. Have I got a lighter cream colour? Golden glow. That looks more like a mustard shade. I've only ever driven up to London once because my husband had to drop something off with work, but we'd never got. I didn't get out of the car, and that's one place that we said that we need to go and, you know, properly go and see, go and stop over for the night. We've been saying that for a long time actually. It's still not happened. I'm just going to see what this lighter shade's like. I might not like it. I'll just dab it on. See if I can just add a little bit of texture. I don't want to go in with coloured pencils on this fur. Maybe a little bit more. Right, I'm not messing with them anymore because I'm quite happy with that actually. Look at you, Mia. I wish we had snow. Well, I wish we had snow, but then I didn't have to go out in it. Because it's really pretty to look out the window and look at the snow and watch it, but it's not nice when you have to go out in it. And I agree with Debbie as well. I hate it being too hot. Right, I'm undecided now what to do. Now I'm going to get the nail colours out. I'll bear with. There's no way I can fit them nail colours on this table. Palette. This we're going to have to go on the dining table. Doing that, if you've got watercolour, spray them with water bottle. It feels like that where you live as well, Debbie, but you know, it could be worse, I suppose. Welcome back, Susan. Oh no, you're fine. You're speaking to Sammy. You're doing having a catch up. Did she order you that the colour chart, or she not put an order in? Yeah, on Amazon. You see what I mean? Let me show you this. It takes literally all of the room up on my desk. So I do need to think of something else. I'll just move you back round. And look at me, for recycling. That's an old gravy jar. See, I've just got no room. Right, focus, where are you? focusing on there. It's very temperamental, this by the looks of it. Oh, there we go. There we go. You're back. I should be with you in a couple of days then, shouldn't it, Susan? Right, let's have a look at the colour chart again. This is what I brought out before. I don't know whether to go with grades. I've just used it, what is it called? Blocked nose relief. But the worst blocked nose today. That's what you can hear. I don't know about green. I don't want to do red. I feel like I did red recently. But yellowy orange will look good with the hair colour. Let me try these two colour yellows. Let's see how we get on. I've got a better idea. This sort of yellow, I've not even used this yet. Pale yellow it's called. Let's try this. Is my connection alright there, guys? I think it popped up a second ago saying connection issues or something. So this is the Caran d'Ache palette that I'm using. There's a soft side that you can use colour and acrylic on, but I wouldn't ever use acrylic on this because if you don't clean it straight away, that's stuck there. And the other side has got like a rough texture, so it's easier for you to lay the crayon down and then pick it up with your brush. It's really good, Kirsty. Really, really good. Before I got this, I was just colouring onto the page, and then when you're using your brushes, you can sort of see the marks, especially depending on the paper that you were using anyway. So let's put that one on, and I'm going to mix a tiny bit of the orange, just a little bit, not too much, but that here though. And let's see how we get on. I need a bigger water brush, we'll keep that to one side. Here's the bigger one. Are we clean? No, we've got pink all over it. Of course we have. Oh, that's made a lovely yellow pastel colour. And it cleans really, really easily, this. No worries, Deborah. I'll see you tomorrow anyway, in that in your video. Well, you won't see me, but I'll see you. I'll keep a lookout for it. Oh yeah, I like that colour. Rolo's just been snoring.
What?
Snoring. Usually with the Coloriage, I usually just pull the colour all the way up. I'm not too fussed about keeping it in the perforation lines. Susan, while you're on now, I was trying to find out today, you know the event that Sammy's taking place in? I know that it starts on Friday, but is it Friday that the images go up on it? So do you know, or does anybody know? I've tried finding out this afternoon, but I can't seem to find the information. See, anybody that likes these crayons, you're gonna like watercolours because it's so similar. Thank you. I've seen there's videos, you know, showcasing the artists and the pictures, but you can't get a proper look at the pictures. Like it's not a picture that you can click on and zoom in. You know, to have a really good look, it's sort of like they're barely on the screen for a couple of seconds before it flips to the next one. So I sat there this afternoon on Etsy looking at all the different artists, but the pages aren't on there yet. Maybe Thursday, Friday morning. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to take part in it. I'm going to add the pictures on Instagram as well. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sneeze. What are you eating? Twizzlers. Toffees are brought back from America. I promise that colour's there. I know it looks like it's being washed out, but it is there, I promise. It's just a very, very light wash at the minute. Hiya, Rosemary. Welcome. How are you? Let me just check on the actual YouTube channel, because that looks so washed out there. No, it's picking up better on there. That's strange. I've not really mastered any sort of technique with the neo colours either yet. Sort of just slap on the colour, and 9 times out of 10 it looks alright. Last little bit. Yeah, is that what you're doing then? Are you bleaching it to go like a really bright red then, Jade? I was going to say, if it's going orange, you could always stick a toner on it. Thank you, Rosemary. I've already seen that. Friday and discounted until Sunday. Superb. Thank you, Caesar, for finding out. Thank you, Tammy. Are you still working? I'm going to go in with a different shade in a minute. Oh, I feel another sneeze coming on. No. Is he going to start with his giggles again? What's he watching? No, it's a different programme. Said, are you going to start with your giggles again? It's a different programme, isn't it, you're watching? Right, I'm going to go in now with Golden Ochre. It's all like an orange brown colour. It's just very, very, very thin layers, this, that I'm going in with. Really, really watered down, just thin. Well, make sure you put some Vaseline around your hairline and your neckline, otherwise it'll stain your hair, stain your skin bright red. Been there, done that. Be careful. Thank you, Mia. Again, just a second layer now. I didn't want anything too harsh with the colours that I've chosen. Might even try, I don't know where my sponge is. I've usually got an art sponge knocking around somewhere. But now that I want it, I can't find it. Oh, there we go. Right, let me try this for a bit of texture. It's just a plain old sponge. I just keep that as my art sponge. Well, good luck with your hair, Jade. I don't envy you doing that. It's hard. It's hard enough bleaching it, especially doing the back on your own. So you go, girl, as well doing that. I'm just going to try and add a little bit of texture. And I don't know whether this side would be better than the other one. Let's just see. And I've got a nice roll hair there as well. I don't want that stuck down to the page. I've just thought of a really good idea, actually. Right, let me just do this bit, and I've just thought of a really good idea. Let me just get this down. Yes, Susan, I did. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm going to have to stalk Instagram on Friday morning. Not Instagram, Etsy. Are you taking part in it, or is it anybody else taking part in the event that's going on? I can't remember the name of it now. February. I can't remember. It's fairies though, isn't it? Do you think he can meet any lady with them sweeties? I don't. You know where you can get things printed off? The nursery. Believe it or not, I did it today. If you emailed them whatever it was that you wanted printing off, they wouldn't even think twice for doing it for you. Oh, I was good. I actually finished the steampunk one, the Mariola Boudet one. I did actually finish that one. Mia, it's not pink anymore. I took it out. I'll end up going back that pink colour. But I was having to do it every 2 weeks. So I'm just back being blonde now. But, you know, it'll end up coming back out again. Right, I want the lightest purple now. I've got a couple of different ones that look very, very similar. I think this is the lightest one. Periwinkle blue. Oh. What's this one? Mauve. I'm just going to mix some two together because I'm not sure which one's the light one. Add plenty of water to this. Bought every single one of them. Well, no wonder you've not finished them all yet. I only bought a very small handful, and I think Laura was giving hers away. From Laura Colours too, she was giving hers away for free, I believe, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did hers for free. I don't know if it'll be like that this time. Right, so my idea is I've watered this down quite well to literally dip in with the sponge and then go in and we'll just see. Yeah, we'll let that see. Once you've got them forever, haven't you, Mia? How long have you been working on it, Cheryl, did you say? Them sort of boots, I thought I can work on it for a couple of hours, but then I need to put it away, then I'll bring it back out and so forth until it's finished. I think I'm only going to buy 1 or 2, to be honest. There's some of the artists on there that I know I'm not going to... it's not my cup of tea. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, but it's just not my cup of tea. Oh, look at that. But I will get a few of them. There's actually a download from Momo Girl that I want. The one with the little girl. She's got a plaster on her face and she's so cute. I was actually going to start that one tonight. But in all honesty, I couldn't be bothered getting the printer out to do it. I didn't have time anyway. That's I put too much on there, so let's soak some of that up. Yep, me, I've signed up already. I beat you to it. I've already seen it. Oh, I can't, Cheryl. Well, I can colour from 7:30 up until about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And then I'll possibly have an hour in the morning. If I'm free in the morning. Your progress. I mean, I didn't know that this did this sort of pattern, but if you don't try it, you're not going to know. I mean, I messed it up a little bit there. It's gone a bit skewy there, but you know, don't matter. It's my book. It's my page. Nobody's going to come over to me, are they, and laugh at it. I'm doing this with my left hand now, so that's quite difficult actually. I'm going to have to switch over, so my hand's going to be in the way. I've actually seen you can buy proper art sponges, and I just thought to myself, surely it does the same job as a cheap little sponge that you can get for doing your dishes. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does a better job, an easier job than what this is doing with my left hand. I just want it to still look quite delicate with the colours that I've chose. Oh, Kirsty, if you're still here, have you put any of them in frames yet? I know that you said you was going to put them in your daughter's room. Have you done it yet? Does anyone know about the colouring heaven one from Japan? I don't know who that is, Lauren. I have no idea. I wish I could spend all day colouring, but no, I see it wouldn't work. Yeah, they look like you know what they look like when you keep in a fish tank, like dead coral. That's what they look like. But I don't know if the material that it's made out of is just better for keeping water and painting. I will have to try them after doing this tonight. I will have to try it. Again, I'll just do my usual. It was a Hobbycraft that I saw it, and I'm not going to have a chance to go back there probably until next weekend now. I've got a physio this weekend with Isabel, and I'm possibly thinking about inviting my nephew over for tea. I've not seen him in a very long time. And he's 15 now, so you know what teenagers are like. He's going to be busy, so I'm probably not going to want to spend time with his auntie. But I'm going to ask him and see what he says anyway. So yeah, it'll probably be next weekend. I love that. I'm going to go in with a slightly darker shade, just a little bit darker. Don't want to push my luck. And I can't even remember the names of these. Lilac. Just a teeny weeny bit of that. What about makeup sponges? Possibly. I wouldn't like to use my Real Techniques one. That's the only makeup sponge that I've got. And they're like £8 a pop. and I do actually use them on my face. Maybe some cheaper ones, you know, like the triangle ones. Maybe that'd work. And then do you know what you could do? You could squeeze it and then cut out different shapes. Yeah, well, we'll have to try that. We shall have to try that. Pound shop, yeah. Again, it's going to be a weekend before I get to go there. Or B&M. Home bargains. Let me lift her up and show you. Without the light. Just let me move the light a minute. I don't know if it's picking up true colour to that on camera. It is looking quite washed out. Ah, there you go. So it is blending quite nicely actually. Lauren, I've not worked out how to zoom in on the this camera yet. All I can do is bring it up for you. I still need to mess around. It's the second time that I'm using it tonight. It's just like a speckled effect. I'm going to go in again with another layer. It looks like I've missed a little bit there. I'm going to have to go in with the yellow shade, which I've used all of it up, so I'm going to have to mix that again. So I do apologise about not being able to zoom in, but I'm still learning. As you can see, this is slightly darker, so I'm not going to put as much on. Let me see if I can get into that corner there. Oh, I can, just about. You know what, I'd do a good job the same as this if you use watered down acrylic paint or gouache or normal watercolour. Or you know the toothpaste trick, the toothbrush, so you just flip the end of it. But I have tried that in the past and that makes a mess. It really does get everywhere. I'm going to try and get in the corner of these leaves as well. Whoops, a daisy. Blend that out with my finger. Just the end of the sponge is really, really, really thick. Right, I'm going to leave that for a second, a little bit here actually. Yeah, I'm going to leave that for a second and let it dry, and then we'll go in with pencil, eh? So, let me show you with this palette what I mean with how easy it is to clean. I love anything messy, as long as I can tidy up afterwards and it doesn't stain anything, then yeah. Right. So the palette, it's just a tea towel less. It's a tea towel I use for wiping off the brush. And there you go. Look. I mean, it's fabulous. It's just so much easier. Right, the tea towel can get moved now. And let's move the nail colours. I'm just literally shoving everything up the floor now, and when I've finished streaming it, I'll all get tidied up. Hopefully the dogs don't mess with it. Oh, thank you, Susan. Right, I've got my prisms out now. Let's leave it for another second. I don't think I'm going to mess with the weasel. I'm not overly happy with this streaky bit here, but let's see if we can go over with a bit of blush once this is dried a little bit more. I need to figure out my cables, because if I had a cable right in front of me here, I could plug my heat gun in and I wouldn't be sat here waiting for it to dry. Right, sharpener. This is where we can start darkening up the leaves now as well. Right, so let me just put you there. Come on, stupid laptop. Oh, that's better. Right. I'm going to move the light over a little bit now, just so hopefully you can see a little bit better. I'm going in with quite a light hand. See, the benefit of putting the watercolour down first, so it doesn't have to be watercolour, it can be markers, it can be acrylic, it can be, it can be anything. It takes away that white part of the paper, so you're not fighting with the tooth. So I could get away really with just putting one light layer. I did actually, the Hannah Lynn picture that I'm working on, I can show you where I'm up to, but I'm not going to film any of the process. But let me just get it. But I did spend a lot of time on this skin, and I'm hoping that it shows it. Because you know me, I don't do a lot of intricate pencil work, but I'm hoping, it's because I've done this for somebody else, I want it to be really, really nice for her. And she's got really white blonde hair. I think I did a bit of a mess up with the gold at the bottom. I used gold ink and I'm not happy with how it's turned out, unfortunately. But nothing I can do with that. I'm really happy with the skin. Oh, well done, Lauren. Well done. Yeah, big thumbs up. It is brilliant, isn't it, when you've been working on a whip for so long, and you've finished it. It is a good feeling. So I am going to go in. I've had to put my light peach in a pencil extender now, unfortunately. So I'm going to go over the top with that. And just bring that up a little bit because it's a little bit patchy here. So really lightly. You see what I mean about it being streaky? I swear when I'm doing watercolour on my own, it turns out the skin better. But when I'm filming, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm just happy that she wants to hang it up on her. Well, I'm hoping she wants to hang it up when it's finished. She wants to put it up in the kitchen. She's asked her. We used to go to art college years and years and years ago together. So she's got a lot of friends that do art, and she said that she wants all her arty friends to do her something for her house. So yeah, I was really, really flattered. I just want it to be, make it look like I put the effort in. So I have. It took me a while to do that skin. How's it turned out then, Jade? You've not dried it then in that time? Have you just finished it? Have you washed it off now? You'll be putting pictures anyway on Instagram, won't you? Jade, by any chance, was it you that added the pictures of the farm? With the piglets? And I think there was a donkey. Was that you by any chance? I'm pretty sure it was. Because if it was, I want you to let me know where that was. Because it looked really nice for the kids, that. Well, and me as well. I love petting farms and that sort of thing. And I don't know any of that's local that are decent. right near us. Right, I'm going to keep that light peach out, but I'm going to go in with a bit of nectar. Yeah, I remember now, this was skim, weren't it? It was meant to be shaded. Mia, by any chance are you caught up on Cora? Yeah, believe it or not, yeah. That is really local to me. Let me write down the name of that. That is like 20 minutes away from me. Let me write down the name of it. Where is it again now? Smith Hills Farm. It's Bolton. Yeah, that's not far from me at all. Isabel would absolutely love it there. Yeah, I was stalking your pictures earlier on. I suppose you have to go on. Is it, or is it covered up? Is it nice, Kirsty? From Jade's pictures, it looked really nice, and some animals are so cute. But if it's not covered up, you have to sort of be really careful what day you pick. I'm guessing. There used to be one, a petting farm. I don't know if you remember, at Camelot, years and years and years ago, before it got closed down. And I used to love going there. I used to take Lewis there all the time. Let's add a little bit of this to the top. I think, I think I'm going to be able to finish this on camera tonight. Right, the purple. Let's go in there. Oh, wow. It sounds brilliant. Yeah, if they've been brought up there, and they'll be used to people as well, won't they? Oops, a daisy. Yeah, well, that's one definitely to visit. Thank you. I knew it was you. I was just double checking. I'm not going to add too much of this. I don't think it needs it. I'm going to go in with a blending stump or the Prisma blender. Let me turn you around. I'm looking forward to the warmer weather actually, and we can start actually going outside. I love going out for walks. You can't do it in this sort of weather that we're having at the moment. It's just horrendous. Right, my Prisma blender is somewhere here. No, that's the new one. No, that's the old one. Yeah, I saw the meerkat one. I've always wanted to go to. You can pay for experiences, can't you, at zoos, like when you feed the animals. I've always wanted to do that with meerkats. I mean, you won't get me anything bigger than that, no thanks. But meerkats I can deal with. This is just the Prisma blender that I'm using. I just want to pull the colour up just a little bit. Well, you know what? I'm so glad I went over it with the purple because it goes with the hair. Go me. Right, so I think I'm happy with the hair, but I am going to add a little bit of lavender just through her eyebrows. I'm not going to blend that out. We need a little bit of something on the lips as well. Thank you, Mia. It looks really washed out on my camera. Oh yeah, well I will definitely sort out going. We're busy this weekend now, but possibly, I mean, weather permitting, possibly next weekend. Is it open all year round? Obviously not Christmas and them sort of times. I'm from the northwest. Susan. Northwest of England. I feel like I've got a very, very broad accent as well. But I do know of a couple of people that are a lot broader than me. Right. I want her to have green eyes. I'm going to go with this quite light green. I give over even looking at swatches anymore. I don't bother. I just look at the colours and, you know, if I think that's going to look right, I'll go with that. Yeah. They'll be on Facebook then, won't they? Or they'll have some sort of website and you can check what's on. Like all the events, I'm guessing. Oh, that light's blinding me. Lauren. I'm not that far, Susan, from Manchester. I'm not that far. My husband's parents live in Manchester. So we're not that far from there, if that is any help. A lot of different colour green going on that as well. And that lighter on. Is that a little bit better with me explaining closer to Manchester? There was a programme on that actually tonight about all the skyscrapers that they're putting up at the moment. That's what my husband does with his job. It's all to do with that. So he's put it on record, so I'm guessing we have to watch that later. Right, I'm going in with a fine liner. I'm going to add a few eyelashes. Not too many like I usually do. I usually go overboard, I know. Just a few. Like so. And my white gel pen. I'm going to have to lift this up now because I can't really see. I don't recognise that name, Jade. Finch Bakery. I don't want to say too close. I don't recognise that. But I don't want to say obviously too close with it being on live stream and online. But I don't recognise that name. Finch Bakery. Is that like a family run business bakery? Right, the leaves now. Green ochre. No, I'll not use this one in a while. It's a full one. Right, I can put my light peach back now because I've finished with that. I'm just going to darken these leaves up a little bit. I'm going to try and get closer as well without hitting the tripod again. She's not awake still, is she? So So I could pop some on there, thank you. And then blend it upwards. Just to give it a softer edge. Like that. I'll just do the same thing on each of these edges. See what I mean about these boots? They're just easy and fun. Thank you. Is that my little girl?
Yeah.
She's cute, isn't she? Even though she got purple hair. She gets told off if she's in school if she had purple hair. Chat's gone very quiet. What's everybody up to? I might have to sharpen this blender in a minute. A little bit here. Lauren, you're ordering groceries online. I've never got the hang of that. Never. I'd always end up forgetting something. Have to be in a supermarket. And Kirsty, you're totally messing up your page. Wow, what are you doing to it now? Oh, that's actually Send me a picture of it. I'll have a look at it now. Thank you, Tana. Yeah, I can have a look at my phone now, can't I? So Kirsty, send me a picture now and let me have a look. It can't be that bad. Oh, and you help with the groceries and stuff. That's really nice of you to do though, Lauren. 96, whoa. Yeah, but I've never managed to get my head around the online grocery thing. I think it's probably, I just like going into the shop. So does Isabel, she likes being pushed around. More like ran around. They're being good for you. Kirsty's just messaged me now. If I have one of them days, you know, I just start a different. If I want to carry on, you know, colouring, painting, whatever it is that I'm doing, I'll just pick out a new page. I don't like to saying it, but you have to sort of feel the picture, don't you, and be in the mood to colour it. I mean, there's no way that I could have sat here tonight doing something really intricate. I wouldn't have had the patience. Let me turn it round. Right, this is everyone's picture. Kirsty, you won't mind, will you? No, you won't. Let me just focus. Don't mind my crappy nails. I'm waiting until they get a bit better. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Is there? There you go. The colour's picking up now. And have you used a bit of Posca pen or you've used glitter, haven't you? I can see glitter. Let me zoom in a bit more. Yeah, you've used glitter. Why don't you add some stars or something with a Posca pen? Come on, zoom out. The rat, right. I can't help you with the rat because I'm terrible at fur. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at fur. Right, it's nice. Just don't forget your crystals. No, you're doing a good job. Right, you're gonna focus again now. Right, we're back on. Yeah, it's turning out lovely. Just persevere with it, Kirsta. You can't spend all that time and then give up at the background. And the rats. I've even tried watching tutorials, so many tutorials on colouring fur. That's just not my strong point. And I've admitted that now, and I'm alright with it. That's fine. I can do other things better than colouring fur. That's why I like the grayscale ones, because they're more or less there for you. She's done the rest of it though in all pencil, so she's got some patience. Not like Mrs. here, who just bungs a lot of paint on and wants it done. I was doing collaging the other night. Did any of you see the picture that I added to Instagram? I think it was the ram, the goat ram. God, I didn't enjoy that. I really, really did. There was just like a bomb went off all over my desk, and it was just so fun. I need to get some more collage stuff now. I'm even thinking about starting like a collage book. You know, like I'm printing pictures, like proper photos out of the family, and you know, that sort of thing. I loved it. And that's thanks to Dee Dee. Let's do these areas. I've got a funny feeling this is going to snap because I've sharpened it too much. Well, if I didn't say as well, you know, when I said I didn't realise I didn't have the first one. I ordered it. I didn't need it. I ordered it. Full collection syndrome kicked in. As soon as I realised. What glitter did you use, Kirsta? Did you use stickles, did you say? Yeah, I thought you did. So what did you do? Just put it on and then rub it on with your finger or with a brush? Right, with these droplets, I'm just going to go around the very bottoms of them. I'm not going to blend it out. It's meant to be a shadow, isn't it? I've only just seen that comment. It's vile. It's not. Give over. You're being a bit critical on yourself there. Yeah, but to do with printers, I bet you could take you could go to the nursery or even the library, and it would be like you're talking like probably 20-30p, you know, to print them out. I used to get Danny to print me images off, but he didn't. He'd only print it out on like copy paper, and it was terrible. I think the printer that I got was about £35, something like that. It wasn't an overly expensive one. Well, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea because I was going to try magazines, Susan. That's what Dee Dee does. So yeah, that's a really good idea. It was just really fun. And I've not done that probably since high school. So we are going way back when. I want a little bit of this here actually. in that here. Right, the weasel, I'm not touching him. Told you I don't like fur. That's why I spent a little bit longer on the watercolour with him. Her, whatever sex it is. Just let me have a little look at it and just have a think about what else I want to put on. I don't want to go overboard, and I was thinking about using the sparkle pens then, but I don't even want to go over it with Mod Podge. I think that it'll be a bit too much. Just let me have a think. Let me have a couple of my stickles. I don't know if I'm going to have a colour. I don't want a really bright colour, I just want a little bit of something. Even that pink's too dark. What's that? Crystal. I always end up using the same ones, crystal or stardust. What could I use that on though? I'm not going to add stickles, I don't think. I don't think I am anyway. I just feel like it's missing something, I don't know what. Got the KJ Designs by Karen watercolours. Gelatos. Got Posca pens here. No washi tape. Have I got any purple washi tape? That's purple. That's quite nice actually. I've just got drawers that you pull out underneath the desk. Pink ribbon. No. Yellow. I think I might even stick with washi tape. And then this. It's KJ Designs. Oh, if I can open the bugger up. Yeah, we'll do the same technique with the sponge. So I'll go in, wet it, put a little bit on the sponge, and then we'll just dampen it on just to add a little bit of something. Just try and not hit the tripod. So I'm gonna go in with the purple shade. Be predictable and go for the purple one. I still really want that ocean set, I really do. But I just keep thinking to myself, how often am I going to use it? Because I don't really use these. I should use them more often. I'm just going to paint this on to one side. Let's water it down a little bit. Let's just hope for the best. Just with like very lightly. You know what, I think I can get away with another thicker layer than that. It's quite nice. It just adds a little bit of something. That's better. At the top bit. This is why I'm not too fussed about going over that perforation line, because I need that room. So like I said before, I'm hoping to make this sort of a regular thing on a Tuesday. It will be a very similar time to what I've come on tonight. I do aim for 7:30 UK time, but it was probably closer to 8 o'clock tonight. It just depends what time I get little miss down to bed. Just going to add a little bit more, and I think I'm happy with that, and I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see it a little bit better, because I know it's not going to show all as shiny and I. I just didn't want to put stickles on this tonight. I didn't think it needed it, especially now I'll put that on anyway. So that needs to go back. Oh, now that I've used these colours, I want that ocean set even more. I got a smack on my hand off the husband. I'm only joking. If I order them, I'm only joking. You won't know. I'm not even going to use washi tape on this tonight. Not tonight. Right, let me move the light up. Work with my camera. Come on. I know. I keep looking at it online, looking at the pictures, and it just looks gorgeous. It's picking it up a little bit. There you go. Give over, Mia. You're not allowed. Don't you dare. It's so expensive. Oh, I have to do my classic thing. Let me just get it out. I bet you it's blocked up, so where's my unblocker? Might not be able to find it. No! I wanted to put classy accents on. I've got a little like hair clip that I use as a pin. You know, to unblock it. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I'm going to put a little bit on her eyes and a little bit on the water droplet. I do need to get a proper set of pins because this is ridiculous. Well, if it's your birthday next month, then it is a gorgeous set, though, isn't it? Stunning. Stunning. Maybe one day. Right. It's actually broken the lid on this now because I've poked it that many times until I put too much on there already. Ugh. I'm just going to dab it. There we go. To wipe off the excess. I do need to buy a new one of these. There's going to be too much on this one now. Ooh, yep. As you can see, the end is completely split. So it's just sort of look if I get it in the right place. A little bit on his eye. And a little bit on hers. And I'm just going to use the end to attempt to spread it out like that. Just want a little bit, I don't want it bumpy. I'll tell you what, love, Mia, that's a present and a half, though, isn't it, love? I'm off now, anyway, with myself, Jade. But thank you, everyone, for joining tonight. Again, I've done it, as I said, I'll stream for an hour and a half, I says to myself, and we're 2 hours in. Almost 2 hours. So I will see you next week anyway, guys. I'm going to be on Instagram anyway over the weekend. I'm going to be taking part in this event that's going on. So yeah, I'll speak to you some of you over the weekend. Thanks again, guys. See you later. Bye.